to the Blind Girl Experience. The Blind Girl Experience is about me living my life now as a blind girl. And I lost my sight November 2020. And it's been a journey. And now it's a year and some months since I lost my sight. So we're taking a look down the journey from when I lost my sight to total blackout and how it's been so far. My friend behind the camera will ask me some questions and I will explain, or I'll talk about my experience. We just capture it and we see what has gone, how everything has gone, whether it's good, bad, ugly, better, happy, But that's all. I hope you'll enjoy it. Please stay tuned. I'm like 68% okay, because I will say there are days I feel really, really bad about losing my sight, because it messes up with the balance of life. You're not able to do things. I'm not able to do things as I used to do them before. I can't go shopping, just up and leave. I can't run my business anymore. I can't decide to cook something that I've missed eating. I can't go to a restaurant that I've missed going to. I can't just do things as I used to do them before. So that imbalance has made me feel some type of way. There's also the point that I'm still relearning. I'm relearning some things that I probably knew how to do them, but now I'm learning how to do them without sight. I'm also not able to enjoy just natural features like the sky, looking at the sky, watching cats fight. I don't know, seeing my nieces every morning or every time they're around me, seeing my family. So that part of my life is completely gone. I'm not able to write on my diary when I'm having a bad day. So there's no outlet to my emotions anymore. I have to figure out how to let out my anger, or how to let out my disappointment or my sadness without harming anybody else as I am going through this whole motion. So I think it's at 68%. I am okay, but not so okay. When this started happening, like when I realized I am losing my sight, it was heartbreaking. And I remember just after surgery, I also got a stomach infection, and it was so painful that turning in bed was a process, going to the loo was a process, showering was a process, eating was a process. And I remember every morning I would wake up and I would get so mad that I'm alive. I would just be so angry, and I'm like, why am I going through this? Why do I have to be? Is this a punishment? Is this a test? Because I'm tired. I have failed. I'm okay with failing this test. I just want to die. And I didn't want to die like kill myself. I wanted it to just happen. When I'd close my eyes in the evening, I'd be like, I've done the day, I've done the pain, and my headaches have stopped. They're a bit quieter, but now my stomach I feel like someone is cutting through my stomach with a razor blade. Every minute I move anything, even laughter, even whine, even just any movement in my body, I felt like someone was just scratching my lower abdomen with a razor blade, back and forth, and then it goes up to my stomach and then down, and it was so painful. So then I felt like I just want to die. So every evening when I make my last prayer, I'm like, Thank you, God, for giving me life. Thank you, God, for giving me this 31 years I've had. I'm great. I'm okay. I'm fine. Can I just go now? I'm okay if I don't wake up tomorrow morning. I've done my part. I think I did a good job, so I'm out. Then I try sleeping. But I'd zone out, or I'd fall into sleep or drift off because of exhaustion. And then in the middle of the night, when I move, the razor blade starts again, and I'm like, no, I'm alive. Why? So I realized I wasn't stopping. I keep being alive every morning. So let's say between October and December, I was just existing. I was alive because I was alive. It was because at that point, apart from the pain, which eventually stopped by November, I was losing my sight. I was from seeing a whole, I could see your figure. I could tell who you are I could tell this is you, Chloe. This is my mom. This is my niece. This is who I could tell by the figure. I could tell who you are by just looking at you. I could tell colors of what you worn. That's a red dress. That's a blue dress. By the end of the week, I'm not seeing what color, but I can see your figure. I can tell who you are. To I can see a shadow. To I cannot see anything at all. And so I kept praying to die, but I didn't die. And it was very annoying. I felt like I didn't understand why God was just not answering my prayer. And it was very simple. Everyone else is praying not to die, and here I am making this prayer, which should be an easy thing, but I'm alive, and I'm like, why? We agreed. There's nothing to lose. I don't have kids. I'm not married. And I don't think there's much to be missed about me. I just want this to end. So I was alive because I was alive. From October till December, I was alive because I was alive. So there was nothing really much keeping me there. I was just, okay, fine. I wake up, I find myself alive, and I'm like, okay, I feel like going to the loo. I'm doing things because my body or my animal instinct is telling me to do them. I'm hungry, I need to eat. I'm pressed, I need to go to the loo. I'm dirty, I'm stinking, I need to take a bath. Really. So in between that, you came along and you got this amazing thing that you brought into my life, audiobooks. I was very resigned because I could not operate my phone anymore. And I was now living with my sister. Therefore, I don't have access to Wi-Fi because at her place there's no access to Wi-Fi. So I can't even operate my laptop. I don't know where to find things anymore, and I don't know how to operate my gadgets without sight. So I was practically bored. You wake up, open your eyes, and you just eat, drink, pee, poop, sleep. Literally, that's it. And talk to people when they talk to you. Then you brought me audiobooks, and now I had something to look forward to. So it was coming from like 2%, because the 2% is just because you're merely existing, because you have to exist. And then it rose to, when I got me the audiobooks, it gave me a reason to be alive. I started by watching Walking Dead, and I honestly never watched Walking Dead when I was sighted. I always used to start the first episode and then I sleep. But then this time I'm listening to Walking Dead as a book, and it's so interesting. And I have something to wake up to tomorrow morning. I'm like, so yesterday Brian did this. So what are they going to be found? Are they going to be found by the zombies? So there's something to look forward to. And then my mood started a bit, it changed. And I was waking up I had something to look forward to. And then my friends started asking me, so what do you want? And I'm like, I want chocolate. So I used to eat chocolate as I'm watching as I'm listening into my audiobooks. And therefore, it went from 2% to, I want to die, to, oh yeah, so tomorrow, are they going to be eaten by the zombies? Or Game of Thrones, is Cersei finally going to murder this guy? Oh my God, Ned Stark is dead. So what about Arya? And all that is going through my head. and it goes to at least 20, and then it goes to 30%. And I feel like I'm living in my own cocoon. I don't need to know about what's happening in social media or happening outside, but I'm happy to be in this space where I live in the characters in my books. So I got really, like, I was hanging on to dear life because of those audiobooks. It gave me something to look forward to. So then my life was just home, and whenever I'm getting out of the house was going to hospital for checkups. Or yeah, it was checkups, home, checkups, blood tests, checkups, home. And January comes in, Happy New Year 2021, it will be better, COVID. I'm like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, because I'm practically always in the house. Yes, I understand COVID is around, but I live in my own cocoon. And even when I'm going out, I would still be thinking about the audiobook that I'm currently listening to. And I remember when they would end, I'd call you. I'm like, yo, they're almost ending. They're almost ending. I need more. So between Jan and May, I was resigned. Like, I went back to basic. It's just waking up, listening to audiobooks. If audiobooks become too much, I listen to radio. So I was listening to Choice Radio and Hot 96 Hot Drive between 3 and 7. So if I'm not doing that, if I'm not doing radio, I'm doing audiobooks. It was basic. And now May comes and I feel like I need to join rehab soon. And my hospital appointments have become way less. So I now need to think about something, I need to think about my life. And I didn't want to think about it because I hated my life. So that's why I hang on to the audiobooks, because I didn't have to think about my life. I didn't have to think about how my life sucked. I didn't have to think about how I cannot afford to make my hair, or how I cannot afford to move out of the house and go for ice cream date with a friend, or how moving from point A to point B needs a lot of logistics and planning. So May comes in, and now I have to really think about my life, because I feel like I've just become very complacent. So this one moment, I think I need to make my hair, because if I'm going to rehab, my hair needs to be, or I think it was Easter season. I'm like, if someone even tells me let's go somewhere, I look like a hobo. Not really, but I felt like that. So I asked my sister for money to go make my hair, and it took a lot of me to ask for that money, because I'm thinking, I used to do these things on my own, and now I have to ask somebody else to take care of me. And then I asked her, and at that point in time, she didn't have money. She told me she's broken. I felt my heart break to shatters. And I'm like, I've been really avoiding this, but now I feel like I need to do it to get myself back on track. And I'm being told there's no money, and I'm like, I feel like a child. So that's when I decided to, I think I even told you about it. And I called my friend Steve G and told him, I need you to help me take me to town and open a pay bill, because I need to ask for help, because at this point my family is also going through a lot of changes, because now I'm visually impaired. Moving around, I was doing it bare minimum, but now I need hair to be done, because, well, I feel I want to get myself back. And there's no money, and I realize we are empty because we've used up all the money on the medical expenses, my medicine. There was a point my medicine was coming up to 10 Gs per month, and my medical checkups comes up to around 8 Gs per month, because I'm seeing like 3 different specialists, the neurologist, the neurosurgeon, the ophthalmologist. So we are now running on empty. And I'm like, we need to open a pay bill account, because I need help. I really need help. I'm not proud to do this. I do not want to do this, because this is not me. I know I could have provided for myself very easily, but now I'm in a situation where even my family is running on empty. So he helped me open the pay bill number through the bank account, and then it took 2 weeks to get somebody else to post it for me on Facebook, and everything went viral. Now everybody knew I was blind, and it stopped being a personal and close friend kind of information shared. It's now everybody now knows that I am blind, and I've lost my sight through like a few months, like from last year. This is almost like a year since I lost it partially. People start sending in money, and it makes me feel, apart from the calls that were very they were bogging me down, there were very amazing calls that were coming in as well, and they were encouraging me, and they were happy to hear about my improvement, my progress, and that also now started cheering me up and started helping me feel like I'm becoming myself again. And people contributed to the cause, and I got the amount of money that I had asked for. But I'm thinking, yes, I got this money, but eventually it will run out. But before it runs out, let me start working on what I can. So in June, I applied to join rehab at the Kenya Institute for the Blind. And when I moved into the hostel. So this point is from 40%, now I feel like I'm getting back, I'm good, I'm getting back. So I'm now at 55. I'm not very happy about my status, but I'm at least better than I was before. And when I put my story up on social media, I got this lady called Siago from Nation who wrote my story on the newspaper, and it appeared in the newspaper, page 3, I think, in June 10th, 2021. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm on the newspaper. It also now it gave me some sort of courage. I felt like, okay, fine, I'm telling my story and people are appreciating my story. And now I stopped feeling like I need to die or I want to die. I started feeling like, okay, now I can live for this. I can live for other people. I can live to encourage other people so that they don't feel like all is done, There's hope. There's hope. If I got to this point in my life, if people are helping me out, if people are coming on board to help me make the steps forward, then I think there's hope. So my friends, all these people, I think even my viewers who are watching are some of my very good friends. They helped me get back on my feet. They helped me feel like Eve again. And let's say from June till around August, apart from now feeling like myself again, I also got some sort of independence because I had something to wake up to, going to rehab every day. And I started learning basic Braille. I started learning how to use my phone on my own. I started learning how to use my laptop on my own. So I could now get to my audiobooks without having to wait for my sister to come back home in the evening. So I was happy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. I'm getting my independence back. I know I'm not going to get it to 100%, but so getting it back helped me move from 55 to 60 to 65. And I think right now I am running on 80. On my good days, I'm running on 80, 85. So today is 68 because I'm doing this recording. But yeah, I feel like that has helped me grow. The rehab is mainly because I met new people. I met people who are going through the same experience that I'm going through, even if not from the same background. And when you get to talk to other people, they're not worrying you all the time. You're really talking about other things apart from being blind. Being blind is like, it's the constant. So it's not the conversation. It's, oh my God, yesterday I ate really bad beans. Oh yeah, man, right now, if I'm to date, will I really date? What kind of man would want a blind woman? And you laugh about it. And we talk about, oh my gosh, today I think I wore the wrong shirt because I feel like it's torn and I didn't realize that. And you all laugh, you're like, no worries. No one cares because we can't see it anyway. And you start talking about other things apart from being blind, and it feels really encouraging. And it feels like it lifts up your spirits. Yeah, so I think through that journey till now, I'm able to transact my M-Pesa. I'm able to listen to music on my laptop and go to audiobooks and move from audiobooks. I can at least write a paragraph on Word. I can even I can literally use my phone for whatever. And if I receive a new app, I just have to navigate through it for some time and then I learn how to use it. But it's been a progressive move, and with every move I make, I'm able to feel better about myself, and I'm encouraged to be better, because when I'm better, even when I tell my colleagues from the rehab, oh, I'm able to do this, they're like, if you're able to do this, then I think I can do it too. So we are all encouraging each other, and you feel like you now can belong to the world again, and you stop living for just because you're alive. You start living because there's something to live for and live up to. And now even doing this YouTube series, or doing this YouTube series for me is very big, because I'm doing it to give me something to do, and because it's something that I loved doing before I lost my sight. Just production was something I enjoyed doing, but now I'm the host, I'm the main person, and I think I'd want to encourage people that even if things don't look so bleak, you can get something out of it. And also because when I lost my sight, I didn't know what to do about my life. My family didn't know, my friends didn't know. And I'm like, let me discover these things, as I'm also sharing it with other people who could also be stuck in the same situation. And we can all find a way to move on with our lives. So I'm holding my hand, and as I hope to be holding other people's hands and get to encourage more people. And now I have something to live for. I have something to wake up for. Sometimes even in my sleep, I'm calculating, what should the next episode be about? Or what should I be thinking about right now? I think that would be a really nice episode to do. What if I do this? What if I do that? What if I talk about this? It gives me some joy to think about production and this YouTube series than just sleeping and waking up to eat, listen to music and sleep again. It stopped being so complacent and monotonous. It becomes exciting. And now I'm excited about life. I'm now excited about living, and I don't feel like I'm depressed anymore. Although I think at a very big point between October and May, I was depressed, but it wasn't critical. It was just mild depression, because I was very, very resigned to doing anything extra apart from the basic. I think I had one of my lowest moments in September 2021, when I felt like my world was crashing, because so many things were happening at the same time. It's like the people you thought were your friends just revealed themselves in their true colors, and I'm like, okay, this is the information I did not need to learn right now. And I also experienced people taking advantage of the fact that I'm blind to take things from me. So I felt like I was being punched to the ground. In that, I have like common friends. We talk, I think, every single day on voice notes, on WhatsApp, through voice notes. One of them is called Leon. He's from the Netherlands, and two of them are from the rehab. One is called Deno and Quinta. I think we talk on phone with you more than voice notes. And a couple of other people. So those voice notes, you talk about your day every day, and when you're having your low moments, you actually share, I'm having a low moment, or this and this is happening today, and we are able to encourage each other. They're like, okay, we talk about it openly, and you feel nice after just saying whatever you're going through. So that also helps me feel better, because you're able to relieve it from, because now I can no longer journal for now. I'm able to share it with a friend who is able to absorb the information without judging, and you feel better. Sometimes, now that I can operate my own phone, I can be able to select the particular music I want to listen to. It helps me rejuvenate my mind. Instead of going in a slump, I start feeling like it's picking up my mood. So music also helps. And now I'm able to control the music I want to listen to. I'm not just going to a radio station. I'm actually using either YouTube or Apple Music to listen to music that I want to listen to. And what else do I do? Oh yeah, and daydreaming. Oh my God, I'm a dreamer. So some days I just sit in silence and I imagine this YouTube channel has grown and I'm able to travel from this to go to other countries and representing the Blind People Society and just talking about my experience. And I imagine going for vacation, another vacation with you, because we talk about it. So daydreaming also helps me channel my mind into, it's like a mind booster. You start thinking of all the good things that could work out if things actually did fall into place. What would I want in my life? I'd want to go on vacation, I'd want to travel, I'd want to hear that my friends who came on board are getting jobs now because they were able to be on my channel, create opportunities for people apart from myself. So when I imagine that, it makes me so happy, and I'm like, okay, then I have another day to live to make sure that this happens. What I would say, or what I'd tell my sighted self is, you're gonna lose your sight, but people are gonna think so much of you. They're gonna still love you. The right people will stick by your side. Your friends, not all of them will stay by you, but the ones that will stay by you are gonna make you not famous really, but they're gonna make you feel better, and you're gonna make really big moves through your gift of storytelling. I didn't realize I had that gift before, but sending my voice notes to my friends all the time, they go like, oh my gosh, I've actually been listening to you for 15 minutes back to back. Damn, like you can actually speak a lot. And I'm like, okay, should I stop? They're like, no, you're very good to like I look forward to your voice notes every day. So that kind of encouraged me, and I found purpose. My purpose, I feel like right now, is just speaking my truth on visual impairment, speaking my truth about what I'm going through, because even as we speak right now, I've quit rehab, and because it was too much for me, it wasn't giving me the sort of rehabilitation I needed to get back on my feet. As I am right now, I do not know if I can be able to even apply for a job and get it as a visual impaired person without having to go back to school or cue my CV in a certain way. Because you see, my sight was a very big part of my life before. It's how I built my career. I was a film producer, and now I'm blind. I can't film produce because the visual part is gone, and now I just have the audio. So you'll find purpose. You might not find it immediately. You will find purpose. You will get your footing, and you will walk, and you will be graceful about it. So don't worry. These days might be dark right now, but you will find purpose eventually. And that's what I'd want to tell myself. What I'd love to tell someone is that do not be afraid to exert yourself fully because you're afraid to die. Because if you are to die, you will die. But if you are to stay alive, make it count. Things may look really dim, because they do look dim sometimes. They're really, really dim. But find a space, find the people that will work with you. Don't concentrate on the people that are bowing you down. Don't concentrate on the people who are saying no to you. Don't concentrate on the fear of being let down and being disappointed. You'll find one person or two people or three who want to work with you. Those are the people you should stay by. They don't have to be rich. They don't have to be wealthy. They don't have to be somebodies in this universe or world or country or locale. They just have to be your people. Make them your people and hold on to them. And if you are the person who is holding the hand of someone who's feeling very grim right now, just do what. You don't have to do so much. Sometimes it's just showing up. Showing up means so much than just anything else. It's not even a financial thing. I might say this, and I'm not doing this because you're here, but I'll tell the audience. Chloe kept showing up even when she was broke. She would just show up with lollipops for my nieces and showing up with a flash disk with audiobooks. And just her coming to see me every week made me live for another day. I was able to talk to her. I was able to share with her my frustrations. And even if she didn't know what to do, but she was there to listen. She just showed up. And when she had something more, she would bring. And it was not about what she was bringing. Literally, it was just about her coming to see me and being there for me and laughing with me and listening to me as I ramble about my inconveniences. So show up for the people that you love. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to have all the money in the world. You just need to show up at that doorstep, knock on that door, hold their hand, or just sit down right next to them and listen to them, because that is what is most important. And that is the biggest love language I've ever received during this period. So yes, it may look grim, but work with the people that want to work with you. Appreciate the things that are still working. Those are the things that will keep you together. And you see, for me, it was the things that were available to me, or they were made available to me. It is the audiobooks were made available to me. So I hung on to them for my dear grace, for my dear life, because I felt if I don't hold on to this, I will falter. So work with what is working and appreciate the things that are working. And also for the ones holding the other people's hands, just keep showing up. That is what counts. That is what makes every day worth living. Yeah, so thanks so much for being on board on this show. Thank you for watching. Please remember to share if you think it's worth sharing. Subscribe, and you'll be listening to more of this. I think I was told I have a good voice, so please. And comment, because sometimes the comments uplift me. They give me some sort of reason to keep doing this. So comment and share with your friends. They might be encouraged. They might be lifted up from their hurdles. So yeah, let's do this. Let's keep doing this, and let's make this purpose worthwhile. Yeah, ciao for now.